Good morning, students. Hope you all are doing well. You are safe and healthy at home. So, from today, I'll take one class of biology, and today I will teach you plant physiology. Okay, and I'll start with the chapter that is absorption by roots. So, moving on, let's discuss about the scope of the syllabus. First one is understanding of the process related to absorption of water by the roots, characteristics of roots, and then structure of a single full-grown root hair. Now this two part, that is absorption by roots and the characteristics of roots, we are going to discuss. As you already know that a plant is having two parts, right? Roots and shoots. And we are going to discuss about roots only. What is the main function of roots? That is it absorbs water and minerals, nutrients from the soil. Now you will ask that why a plant needs water and minerals from the soil. Here I have written few points which is in the book also. You can find out that there are few reasons that's why a plant need water and minerals. The first point I have written for photosynthesis. As we already know, to prepare the food, plants need water. To prepare the glucose, the plant needs water. That's why absorption by water is needed for photosynthesis. Now moving on to the next point, that is transpiration. Transpiration is simply like sweating in humans also. Like we reduce excess amount of water from our body and to keep our body cool also. In transpiration, what happens? The excess amount of water is been reduced by the plant leaves for cooling and the produce suction force. Okay. Now moving on, transportation. We already know which parts helps in transportation, that is xylem and phloem. From roots to shoot and from leaves to other parts, water is required to transport all these things, like for it can be water and minerals, it can be food. To transport all these things from root to shoot and from leaves to other parts, water is required. So again, and the last point is I have written mechanical stiffness. As we already know, it is written in the book also that water constitutes more than 80% of the cell protoplasm, and this water gives the stiffness of a plant, stiffness or the rigidness. What? Because of the stiffness by water that plant gets, water this provides the stiffness which is necessary for the seed radicle to penetrate from the soil. Okay, and it also plays an important role in growth, mechanical assistance, proper shape. So water gives all these things to the plant. That's why water is very much needed for a plant, which is absorbed by the roots. Okay, now moving on, there are a few minerals, nutrients from the soil also, like nitrates, phosphates, sulfates, iron like calcium, potassium, magnesium, which is required for the to grow and to perform various functions. Okay, so that's all. So here again I am going to just discuss why water and minerals are needed for the plant body, that is photosynthesis, transpiration, transportation and mechanical stiffness. These are the main points. Along with this, lots of another points is there. It gives the growth, it helps in growth, it helps in proper shape, it helps in various kind of performs a various function for the plants. Same it goes like with minerals and nutrients also, it performs various functions in the body of a plants. Okay, now moving on, we have discussed about the absorption by roots, that is water and minerals. Now let's discuss about the next point, that is characteristics of roots. Root adapted the feature so that it can absorb maximum amount of water and the proper amount of minerals and nutrients. So here you can see the picture from your book, that is page number 31. These all are the root hairs. Okay, these all are the root hairs which performs the absorption. Okay, first point is the root are positively geotropic. What does that mean? That root hair responds to the gravitational force. So that it is written here, since the root grows into the soil and go deeper and deeper towards the gravity and the source of water, therefore it is called positively geotropic. That means it responds to the gravitational force. Moving on to the next point, roots have very large surface area. That means root hair is surrounded, or it is expanded in such a way that so that it can contain, or it can absorb a maximum amount of water and minerals and ions. Okay, moving on to the next point. Root hair contains root hair cell contains concentrated cell sap. Here if you can see one root hair, and if you take one root hair under microscope, we will find a structure like this. If you can see that it is surrounded by first epidermal cell, then cell wall, and then cell membrane, and inside these vacuoles are present which contains the cell sap. Okay, this cell sap and the concentration of water in the cell sap is higher than concentration of water from the outside. Okay, so that this facilitates the water to enter into the root hair by the process of osmosis, which process we will discuss later. Moving on to the next point, that is root hair cells contain concentrated cell sap. Here you can see in the picture, these all are the root hairs. If we take one root hair under microscope, we will find the structure like this. Okay, and you can see there is an epidermal cell, then cell wall, then cell membrane, and inside these vacuoles are present which contains cell sap. And now here the concentration of the cell sap is in the cell of root hair is more as compared to outside. Suppose these all are the soil, and the concentration of a cell sap in the root hair is maximum and from the outside, which facilitates the water to enter into the root hair by the process of osmosis. And the process of osmosis we will discuss later. Moving on, there are another point, that is root hair cells have thin wall. See, I have just told you there is a cell wall which is a permeable membrane, and inside this there is another membrane which is called cell membrane, which is semi-permeable membrane. Cell wall, what it does, it allows particles to move inside, to go inside, but cell membrane does not allow all the particles to move inside, so that it takes only those few particles of water and minerals, iron, which is required for the plant body. So that's why the cell membrane of root hair cell is selectively permeable, which allows only certain molecules to pass through it. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you. Have a nice day.